Welcome to Everything is Messy, the podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. I'm someone who loves to create content, products, and services to help others level up in business and in life. I even wrote a book about it, and now I have a store. Everything is Messy is a one-stop shop for women who want it and deserve it all. From personal development to productivity, podcasting and publishing, small business strategies to entrepreneurship, and so much more. Tune in every week to enjoy this one-of-a-kind podcast experience and hear fun, fearless, and focused conversations from myself and my incredible guests. From trending topics to stories of resilience and all things business. And let's not forget about a few of my favorites: mindset, healthy recipes, and organizing tips. These episodes are created to get you to where you want to be right now. The purpose of the show is to motivate you, inspire you, and prove to you that anything is possible if you just put in the work. So grab your favorite notebook and pen, because it's time to get organized and turn those dreams of yours into reality. I'm living proof that manifesting and visualizing and having a never give up attitude work. And now it's my job to help you achieve your goals by doing the same, or just to provide some laughs along the way. I'm so glad you are here. Today's episode starts now. Hello, and welcome back to a brand new show where today I'm going to teach you a few little tips and tricks when it comes to hashtags. Now, if you are not in business, keep listening, because this is an excellent show. It's going to be short and sweet. I'm giving you all of my strategies that I've incorporated to my business, but for you, this may work for looking for sold out Christmas items that you need for your children, certain recipes that you're trying to find, certain ingredients that are sold out on the internet and Trader Joe's, maybe like my jicama wraps I mentioned last episode that I'm obsessed with. Hashtag jicama wraps. See who has them. So if you are not in business, you are still going to want to listen, because you can use all of this and put it into your own everyday tips and tricks on how to get things done every day. Okay, so let's just dive right in. So number one, you have to think of a hashtag as Google. Whenever I want something, whenever I'm trying to figure out something, when I'm searching for something, the first thing I do is I go to Instagram and I look under the hashtag. I want to see who's posting about it, where they are, like everything that I have in my strategies. I also like to keep things short, sweet, to the point, as organized as possible. So here's another example. For example, like if you're on LinkedIn and you're trying to find like the head of marketing for, say, like iHeartRadio, you're going to look in the search bar, searching. The search bar on LinkedIn is just like Google. It's going to be your best friend. Boom, that person will show up as soon as you type in iHeartRadio, iHeartRadio marketing, head of marketing, president of marketing. That's like your little Google system inside LinkedIn. And stay tuned for a new LinkedIn episode, because that will be coming up in the next couple of days. But going back to the hashtags, you need to think of them as your own little Google, your own little search engine. People will search under hashtags. Like I just mentioned, I search for anything under specific hashtags and they will find you. Another idea is creating your own hashtags. That's really important because, for example, back to LinkedIn, if I do hashtag everything is messy and I'm telling somebody, or somebody asks me, like they're looking for something I posted like forever ago, I have no idea what it is. Like, I can't remember. I'm like, oh, just look under the hashtag everything is messy. Just scroll through. Everything will show up. Same thing goes for everywhere else. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, like literally everywhere. And especially like on Google, obviously. But I'm just talking social media. And you can even reverse it. You can even use, like if I'm trying to get clients in a specific, say I sell a product, like a multi-level marketing product, and say I want to sell to stay-at-home moms over 40. I want to recruit them. I want to have them come into my business. I want to show them the opportunity that, you know, if they join, there's so many ways for you to make money. If you love the product, you can sell it, all of that, right? I want to use those hashtags, over 30 mom, over 40 moms, stay at home mom, because that's what these moms are using when they post. So if I use them, I will show up under their hashtag, and then they're going to find me, and then we're going to connect, and then boom, we have a relationship. See what I'm saying? You want to reverse engineer it. You also want to switch them up when you find in business, when you find that they're no longer working. So I do a lot of things, as you know. So if I am posting podcast tips, one post, something having to do with LinkedIn, if I was posting about my legal cases, and then I'm posting healthy recipes, the algorithms don't really like you to switch things up too much. So I always have my basic hashtags. So on Instagram, let's just say, I always have 30 hashtags. I divide them between 3, 10, 10, and 10. 10 have something to do with being an entrepreneur. 10 have something to do with where I am. 10 have something to do with the programs that I have, what I'm actually posting about. And then I even have them categorized even more where how many hashtags are falling under there. Because if I start hashtagging things where there's billions of views, even like on TikTok, when you're doing your research, which is your number one tip I'm going to give you, is you have to spend the time to do the research when it comes to hashtags. This is literally spending your own time, money, and energy to get your clients, to get the business. They will find you through a hashtag. It has happened to me so many times. I can't even tell you how many times. And for my clients as well, because I teach them this. But you want to make sure that you're using hashtags that are, under the billion mark, under the multi-million mark. You want to sit pretty at like 20 to like 500,000 and then break that down in 3. So tier it. So 5 to 200,000 and then 2 to 100,000 and then under 100,000, or figure out whatever numbers like work best for you. But that's my strategy. I spend time, I do the research, I tier them, and then I divide them by categories. So then when the time comes, I just mix and match depending on what I'm posting about. So I will always have those 20 out of the 30 stay the same. I'm going to have the hiccups again. What the heck is going on? I didn't even drink anything. Maybe I need to. You want to what was I saying? So I have a group of 30 hashtags. The 10 have something to do with who I am, what I'm doing. The next 10 have something to do with what the actual post is about. And then the other is where I am and entrepreneur life and all of that. So 20 of them stay the same. And then what I'm posting about, those 10, I switch up depending on what I'm posting. Because if I have podcast stuff, it doesn't make sense if I'm sharing my vegan recipes. So you really have to play around with the algorithm because it doesn't really like you to change them that much. So I always try to stay true to my 20 hashtags. On LinkedIn, I have a set of 10 that I've been using for the last almost 2 weeks. The first week I changed them. This took me like a good solid hour and a half doing research on what hashtags I wanted to incorporate into my LinkedIn strategy. In 1 week, my stats went up 186%. And I have a video to prove it. It's absolutely insane. So the amount of time, money, and energy you put into doing your research, I promise you it'll pay off. I have all these new followers. I have all these people coming to my inbox that actually give a shit. They're not spamming me and stealing my email and trying to sell me something that I don't need, especially when it's named the same thing that I've named my programs or products, like literally years ago. So that just goes to show you, like, people don't do the research. You need to do your research. And this even goes for, like, say, holiday gifts. Like, I have this, it's a, not Gizmo, some Star Wars guy. What's the little guy? Oh my God, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's in my closet because my friend found it, and they're, like, so hard to find. And she was searching, and we find it at Costco. So I am in charge of hiding this Lego thing so that her kids don't see it. But she was searching for it. And if she didn't look onto the hashtag, then maybe that's why she couldn't find it. Because independent sellers and independent retailers, they're really relying on online sales, you know? So they're being strategic as well. So that's just an example, like for holidays. And you really want to take time, not just research your own hashtags, but take time to research the market that you're in, your competition, the community that surrounds you, like who you want to be a part of. You need to sit there and research. Like, research is key. If I didn't research anything I put my hands on, I would not be where I am right now. I can guarantee that, like 150%. And going back to the numbers, like, you don't want to be under the heavy millions, like especially not billions, because you're never going to show up. People just think all these people are posting, obviously millions and billions. Like, where are you going to show up in that area? So it all comes down to, like, what's a good example? Like, another good idea actually is people misspell things all the time. So if you look under, say, like podcasters of Instagram, and Instagram has an N at the end instead of an M, I bet you there's millions that have hashtag that, because people misspell all the time. I saw this trick like years ago and I was like, oh my God. And then I started looking under misspellings and I started using it and my following really grew. I was like, what the hell? Like, this is insane. But it works. So check that out. And then you really just need to show up and be aware of the trends. And then if there are trends that you want to become a part of, you need to hop on early, because if you don't, you're going to miss out. I have so many apps that constantly alert me about trending music, and that's what I've been using on my reels, and I lower the music and up my voice so you actually can't hear it, but it's still trending, and so I'm getting massive hits on my reels. That's my trick. I have apps that you have to pay for, but I have it set up where it alerts me, so it just tells me the song every day, like a couple times a day. So I'm actually not even, it just sends me an alert. So I don't even need their paid service. This is my newest trick, I'm telling you. And if you look at my reels, and some I have a voiceover and some they're really low. And there's a lot of Instagram reel tricks I could teach you, but this is my favorite one. And then if you scroll through my reels, all the reels that have 2,000 views, 3,000 views and above, this is when I use that trick. When I have time, when the song is trending, like, then I post. So if that being said, you need to have strategies in place and you need to have a schedule when you're going to post, and you need to be really organized. So if you're overwhelmed with hashtags, which you won't be once you like face it head on and you start researching and like really getting organized, I have them all in the notes section on my phone, which is probably my favorite place. It's basically like my life journal on my phone. Every single thing I think of when I'm walking, my grocery list, the things I need to shop for, the things I want to save up for, like everything is in my notes section on my phone. So I have all of the lists for my hashtags. So when I'm running around or I need to do social media work, I hop on my phone. I already most likely have my post created in my email. I copy paste, I grab the graphic, and then I go to my note, I post it, and then I go to my notes section, and then I copy and post the hashtags in my comments. Done. It literally takes me like 2.2 seconds, maybe not even that. And everything is in my notes, organized. So I have sets of hashtags, like I just explained. I have sets for my recipes. I have sets for my podcasting posts, my LinkedIn posts, just my life, everyday vlogs, or my TikTok hashtags. Those are very different. And then my Instagram, and then my LinkedIn and YouTube hashtags are also very different. And the amounts are all different. Twitter, I just usually type out like once I'm tweeting, but everything I do, I have a whole automation set up from IFTTT that I created like years and years ago. And if you need help with that, I have a ton of videos on my TikTok and I show you how to set it up. But basically, I post and it funnels everywhere else. So now my Instagrams are going to LinkedIn, which is amazing. So I can piggyback my followers. But I should I actually do have like a lot of shows on If This Then That, the app. It's not just for social media. You can use it to turn the lights on in your home. And there's like a million other things. I was developing some of them myself with the pro account. But then something happened with Pinterest. So I had to rethink my whole strategy because nothing's getting funneled to Pinterest anymore. They won't allow it. So I actually have to do that myself, which is super annoying, but there's only a few things. But still, like, that's the thing with working online and having apps do shit for you, because if something happens, then you're screwed. There's nothing else that like will funnel it over there. You got to do it manually, and that's super annoying when you rely on apps and they're always doing it for you. But that's just the world we live in. So anyway, going back to like Twitter and TikTok, the hashtags that I use, I just like post when I'm posting. I don't really have those saved. Most of them that go to Twitter come from either LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and they're already there. They'll funnel that through the IFTTT app. But then the other ones I do manually. There's only a couple. But I do have different ones for TikTok. So I have different ones for organizing, my recipes, podcasts, LinkedIn, and they're different. And then every now and then I'll throw in a trending just to see. But my strategy is always the music. As soon as I get an alert for trending music, that is when I post. And I use that song. And half the time you won't even hear it because I'm talking over it, but you can see the song on the bottom, or even on a reel. You can see something is there and you're like, how come I can't hear it? Because I have the volume on 1 and I have my volume on 100. So you still pop up in the search engine. Music is just like hashtags. You'll show up in the trending area. Same strategy. So you want to definitely be organized. Use the note section in your phone. It's free. Everything I do is in there. I swear to God, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of notes. Even when I'm running around and I have to post like certain things, like for example, my Labor Day sale, I was helping my friend flip her condo and I'm like, oh my God, I have to post like all these things. So I had alerts on my phone, 8, 12, 4, and 8. And so I had emails sent to myself the night before where I had the copy of the email. Then I had another email where it had the title of the email. Then I have all my hashtags. And I already had all the graphics and the videos done ahead of time because I'm so organized. And I knew I was going to be running around. So as soon as the alarm would go off on my phone, okay, I need 2 seconds. I need to copy, paste. Everything's done. And every time I did that, I would get thousands and thousands of views on things because I'm using specific hashtags as well as the trending music. So definitely do your research and see which, strategy works best for you. But just increasing my views 186% in a week is freaking nuts. By the way, if you're not on LinkedIn, you need to be there right now. I'm also doing an episode on podcasting coming up soon, as well as a new one on LinkedIn. If you do need my help for podcasting, LinkedIn, business, life coaching, all the things that I do, I have something very special for you today. It is 20% off all my programs, products, and services, everything, even the merchandise that I've created. And I have new launches coming out every single month. I'm so excited. I have to finish designing the next launch, and then they will be good to go. And I'm so excited. So the code is everythingismessy20. I just put it on the site for you. If there's anything that I can help you with that will really help you level up in your business and life, if you just want like a 1-hour coaching call, if you want to help me develop a brand new podcast, those I only take on 1 client a month because it's a ton of work. And I've been honestly doing a lot more sales trainings on LinkedIn because it's so important for you to have, especially if you're an influencer. It's so important. So I'm going to be talking about that on an upcoming show. But I wanted to also mention that I'm giving away a copy of Everything is Messy, my 2-in-1 personal development vegan cookbook. I cannot believe we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary, which is absolutely insane. October 1st, the ebook went live. November 1st, the paperback went live. So over the last month, like every day I'm getting time hop alerts, like what I was working on in the book. It's like so surreal. It's so crazy. And I'm giving one away to one lucky listener. So all you need to do to enter is just leave a review, rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Audible, or if there's somewhere else you're listening and you can write a review, just screenshot and tag me, Kellyanne Gorman Official on Instagram or Facebook, so that I can see that and you're going to be entered. And I'm going to be giving away a book, the paperback, as well as the ebook edition every single week until Halloween. I cannot talk. So I'm super excited about that. They're going to be signed, of course, and some little treats in there. And then lastly, I put together a little list on how you can support the show if you're interested. So 1, obviously the merch for Everything is Messy is now available, and I'm coming out with brand new products. So for the fall, I have beanies. Because I already have the trucker hats, I'm doing aprons. I have long sleeve t-shirts, and the t-shirts I have now are so soft. And so I'm going to be doing long sleeve version for that, as well as a hoodie. But I think I might do a zip up. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just do both. We'll see. So some people like a over the head. Some people like a zip up. So those are that's the next launch for the Everything is Messy merch. So that's one way for you to support the podcast. And then another way is, if you look at the show notes, I have a link. It will say brand deals, and all the products and tools, everything I use in my everyday life and even my business, I have deals for you. So if you shop through my link, you get a deal, and then I get a kickback. And then you can sign up, and then you can do the same. It's the perfect way for passive income to enter your bank accounts. I promise you that. And these aren't just like random things I like threw up on my website, because I use them literally every single freaking day. So one of them is like a free month of podcast hosting. I have credit builders. I have productivity tools. I have shopping. I have Uber. Like, I have so many there. And a lot I've taken down because their customer service sucks, so they get deleted. We all know how I feel about service. I pride myself on giving my clients the best, so when I don't get it in return, you come off my website. Sorry, but not really that sorry. So everything there I've tested, I've used forever. And then also now there's a payment link. So if you want to donate to the show, you can. You could do $5, $10, $500. Totally kidding, but I mean, you could if you wanted. But you can now sponsor the show by sending payments too. So there's merch, there is affiliate links that you can shop through, and then there is a sponsor link. So I just wanted to share that because as a podcaster, it's really important. Sharing is caring. And I'm just trying a lot of new things, and I have a lot in the works, like so many projects in development right now. So I'm just so excited to be here to share everything with you and to help more of you, and I'm just grateful to be here, period. So if you want any more information on hashtags, you know where to find me. We can always hop on like a 1-hour call and like bang out every single thing you need to know. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And that's it. That is my strategy. That is the power of the hashtag. You must do your research. You must be organized. You must, of course, have strategies and research. I'm telling you, it will pay off. And especially if you're looking for holiday toys, I bet you it's going to save you money. I'm currently looking for an iPhone 8, and I'm looking under all these apps, and I'm literally hashtagging stuff because I want the best possible deal, because the only reason why I need it is because it's going to double my money back for my new phone. So I'm like on a mission. So if you start hashtagging iPhone 8, let me know what the deal is, because I'm now spending over $100. Anyway, that's another great example. So switch up the hashtags, be creative, create your own hashtags. Just like I mentioned, everything is messy. If you still look under hashtag the happy workaholic, my whole old life is there, and it's great. It's like your own little search engine. So I hope this information was helpful. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Check out everything in the show notes, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in to Everything is Messy, the podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard today, I would love to know. Just leave me a review on the app or website you're listening on. To learn more about myself, join the community, read my book, or shop the collection, visit everythingismessy.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up to receive my weekly newsletter so you get all my announcements first. For all the behind the scenes and day-to-day content, follow along on Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official and Everything is Messy Collection. Links are in the show notes. If you have a product, brand, story, or service you would like to share, send me a message on everythingismessy.com today. As always, thanks for listening, sharing, and reviewing. It truly means the world to me. Wishing you a happy, healthy, positive, and productive day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Everything is Messy is produced and syndicated under A Million Dreams Publishing. For more information on how you can launch your own book, podcast, or digital series, visit amilliondreamspublishing.com.